All right, boys and girls, welcome to 5th grade Excel lesson 143. Today we're going to be learning about determining the rule that creates a pattern. Determining the rule that creates a pattern. Let's take a look at this page here. Okay, so we've got this chart right here, and it says the table on the left shows two variables, A and B. Here's A, here's all the numbers for A. Here's B, all the numbers for B. Notice that each time the value for A increases by 1, the value for B changes. A is 1, B is 7. A is 2, it goes up 1, B is 9. A is 3, B is 11. So what we have to do on this now, it tells us right here, is select the equation that shows the relationship between A and B. So if we plug in, if we try number 1, and it's 7a plus 0 equals b, if we plug a 1 in here, 7 times 1 is 7 plus 0 equals 7. Well, that works. What if we plug in the number 2? 7 times 2 is 14. That 7a means 7 times the number that you put in there. 7 times 2 is 14 plus nothing is 14. It doesn't work for 2. It works for 1 but not for 2. So this equation does not work. Let's try this one. A plus 6 equals b. So if we plug in a 1 right here, 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. What about this one? 2. 2 plus 6 is equal to 8. 3, if we plug a 3 in there, 3 plus 6 is equal to 9. That's not 11. It's not coming out to be the b every time. So number 2 doesn't work. How about number 3? If we plug a 1 in here, we get 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 equals 7. That seems to work. Let's plug the 2 in. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. When I plug a 2 in, I get 11, not 9. So this one doesn't work. 2a plus 5 equals b. If we plug a 1 in here, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 5 is 7. If we plug in a 2 here, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. If we plug in a 3 here, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. And so you can see that every time I plug in an A, I get the B using this equation here. So my answer would be 4. And it points out here that equations 1 through 3 all work for the first value of A. When we plug in a 1, it works, but not for any of the other values. Number 4 is the only one that works for each of value A, each value of A. Check all 6 values for A to be sure. Well, we don't really need to check all 6 of them. We found out that these don't work, and then this one works on 2 of them. So if it's going to be one of those, it's got to be this one right here, number 4. All right, you're going to do 1 through 4, but I just want you to do number 1 right now. You're going to look at this table, you're going to look at these equations, and you're going to figure out which equation fits that table that's above. Pause the video, turn it back on when you're ready to see the answer. All right, let's check each one here. We want to prove why the answer is correct. Number 2, choice number 2, says 6x minus 5. So if we plug a 1 in there, 6 times 1 is 6, minus 5 is 1. So that one works for so far, but let's try the next number. If we plug a 2 in here, 6 times 2 is 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. When I plug in a 2, I get 7 over here. So that's not going to work. All right, number 3, 4x minus 3. Well, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 3, I'm jumping right to the 2 here. 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. That one works. Let's double check another one. We want to check at least 2 of these. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. 12 minus 3 is equal to 9. That one's working every single time. So you should have picked 3. Let's find out why number 4 is wrong. 7 times, let's just try 2. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. It's not equal to 5. So we can see that that one's not going to work either. Hopefully you picked number 3 and you know why you picked number 3. All right, why don't you pause the video, go ahead and do 2 through 4 here. Turn the video back on when you're ready to see all those answers. So for number 2, you should have already done this. And let's try plugging in. Oh, I'm going to skip down to the 3 just for the fun of it here. I'm going to plug a 3 in for M. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. Hey, that one works. But let's try another one. 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. 2 of those work. Let's see why these do not work. Let's plug in the 2 here on answer number 3. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 minus 2 is 12. Q is 12 when I plug into 2, not 8. So that one doesn't work. 2 on this one. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, not 8. So you can see that one wouldn't work. All right, number 3. How about this one? Did you get number 2 right? If you didn't, you might want to pause the video and learn from your mistakes and go back and fix your answers for 3 and 4 before you listen to me give them to you. Remember, you always want to try to get them right on your own first before I share the answers with you. All right, let's try the first choice. I'm going to go ahead and plug in a 2 for that one. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19. So I can see already that that one doesn't work. How about plugging in a 2 here? 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 0 is not 17 because I want it to come out to be 2 and 17. So that one doesn't work. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. That one works. Let's just double check it with a 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 7 is 22, just like the chart shows. So it should be number 4. Speaking of number 4, here goes number 4. Let's try plugging in, how about a 3? 3 plus 2 is 5, not 13. That one doesn't work. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 minus 2 is 13. Oh, that one works so far. How about if we plug in a 4? 5 times 4 is 20. 20 minus 2 is 18. That works there as well. So it looks like that's going to be it. And let's just double check this last one. How about if we do a 5 in there? 7 times 5 is 35. 35 minus 4 is 31. And it's not 31, it's 23 that goes with the 5. And so you can see number 3 is the correct answer. All right, hope you learned a lot there, and thanks for watching.